Today on FSI, we are going to be breaking down the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers from a betting perspective. Now, we're currently 30-9 in our official moves on Twitter, so make sure you're following that. I'm your host, Tom Cross, and to my right is our analytics expert, Stephen Fu.
Thanks for tuning in this week. The Titans are on the road as a 3-point underdog. They're plus 155 on the money line, and the Green Bay Packers, they're minus 170.
I feel like the odds makers might have actually got this wrong. At the Packers minus 3.5, you can buy that down to 2.5, and I think you got a strong advantage there just from the outside looking in. But at the end of the day, the Packers, they did not play very well against the Panthers, and the Titans, they were able to have a couple blowout wins lately. So I do feel like the public, they might actually be on the Titans, and the Sharps, they might be on the Packers.
The Tennessee Titans had a 21-point win last week, but it was against the Detroit Lions, and they're probably one of the worst teams in the league right now. Now, the Packers, they did win by one possession last week, and I think the spread is fair since they are the home team here.
Aaron, White, Jesus, Rodgers did not play very well last week, and part of the problem was his offensive line. They allowed him to get pressured a lot against the Panthers, especially up front and in the middle. Now, when I look at this matchup against the Tennessee Titans, I feel like he will have success because obviously the Titans don't have a very good pass rush, but Aaron Rodgers, coming off his worst game of the season, actually rated out to be a B- against the Panthers.
Tannehill is having a phenomenal season. He has 31 touchdowns, which ranks him 5th in the league this year. He also doesn't have too many turnovers. He has 5 interceptions on the year and only 1 in his last 4 games. I think he should be in the conversation for an MVP candidate.
Last week, the Packers' offensive line was dominated. I've never seen them play this bad. This was the worst game of the season. They gave up a 42% pressure to drop back ratio. 95 and 93 for the Panthers were murdering them up front. Now, against the Lions the week before, they obviously were great. They actually rated out to be an A, so that might be a little bit of a blip on the radar. They are facing a Tennessee Titans pass rush that is not good at all. They don't have any real talent up front, and it's one of their major weaknesses. Obviously, they acquired Javon Clowney to fix that, but he was not able to show up, and Vic Beasley was a bust. Now, they don't have either one of those two guys going into this matchup, so I got to give an advantage here based on history to the Packers' offensive line. Devontae Adams is their best weapon they have on offense. Now, he has a couple counterbars in Allen Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Both are very capable receivers, and they can go off at any time. Now, when you look at the Tennessee Titans secondary, it's very weak. Outside of Butler, obviously they don't have much talent. They're actually missing their number one quarterback, so that's on the IR. And they let Baker Mayfield throw all over them, and you know how bad he is. So I got to give an advantage here to the Packers.
Now, Corey Davis is the leading receiver for the Titans. He has 945 receiving yards, but he's not the best receiver for the Titans. A.J. Brown is leading them with 10 touchdowns, and he's by far their best weapon. Now, on the defensive side for Green Bay, they have Gerald Alexander, who's leading them with 9 pass deflections. But besides him, they don't have much depth in that defensive back unit. I give the advantage here to those Titans receiving unit.
The Green Bay Packers running game is surprisingly strong. They ranked 8th in the league, and Tennessee Titans, they actually ranked 2nd. So they're both 2 top 10 running attacks. Now, when you look at the Tennessee defense, who they're going to be playing against, they are subpar. They lack talent, obviously, up front and at the linebacker position. So advantage to the Packers in this matchup.
Derrick Henry is about to be the leading rusher for back-to-back seasons. He He already has 1,700 rushing yards this season, and he also has 15 touchdowns, which ranks him first there as well. Now, they're going to have his handful against him because this Green Bay run defense is not that effective. They gave up 12 effective run plays out of 32 against a second-string running back.
Outside of injuries, I like the Packers in this matchup, and the reason why is offensive line. Now, I can guarantee you that the Packers are going to score 28 points on the Titans, but I can't guarantee you that the Titans are going to score 28 points on the Packers, and the reason why is all up front. The Packers just have a better offensive line, so they're more likely to get off their running attack, and they're more likely to obviously give Aaron Rodgers more time in the pocket. Both defenses are weak, so this is actually probably going to be a shootout, but I like the Packers going in this matchup.
It's hard not to like Green Bay because they have probably the top 2 MVP candidates in Aaron Rodgers. However, the Titans, they have a better balance on their offense. They can rush or pass the ball to win the game for them. Now, Green Bay, I don't think they really have that option. You need Aaron Rodgers to win the game for you. I think the smart play here is the Titans plus 3.5 points.
I got on the Wayne Gretzky jersey because I'm truly the great one. I'm 30-9 in my official moves on Twitter, and that's about 72%. But so you're literally losing money if you're not following that account. Now that does it for us. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, and tell us you're going to be taking the comments below.
We don't care about favorite teams here. Our focus is on making you money. Follow our social media on Twitter, Instagram, or our webpage. The links are below.